Hi, I'm Mark Perpetua of Reptile Encounters, and along with my good friends at Hudson Valley Reptile and Rescue, we're talking reptiles. Today, another species spotlight, and today we chose the Argentine black and white tegu, one of a very popular species of large lizard in the pet trade today. In fact, there are videos all over of tegus that appear to be as tame as cats and dogs. But I want to talk to you a little bit about the wild nature today of many of the animals that we work with in captivity. We like to focus on the natural history of these animals, their habitats, and, well, remind people that they still have their wild instinct. This is a recent adoption. It's a lizard that wasn't handled or socialed a lot, and you'll see as I move or handle the animal that every now and then it turns around. So although they are popular and can tame down quite well, we do have to remember with a large lizard that the potential for a hard bite is there. In the wild, these animals are found obviously in Argentina, as their name implies. They're tropical lizards from South America, require a lot of warmth and tropical conditions, and because their size can grow to almost 5 feet in length, they require very large enclosures. And as a large lizard, it is an animal that has a very large mouth with some very big teeth. When he opens his mouth, I can see that the front teeth are canine-like most reptiles. They're conical in shape for grabbing and holding, but they also develop as they get older flattened molars near the back of their teeth for crushing things like land snails that grow in the rainforest. They'll eat land crabs. These are animals that are going to feed heavily on eggs. They love eggs. And they also feed on all types of birds, smaller reptiles, large insects. I mean, where they live, the cockroaches get really big, and of course, small mammals. In captivity, they feed primarily on things like mice, ground turkey, mixed in with some vitamins to make sure they stay nice and healthy. But we also know that tegus are omnivores. This is a lizard that will also eat fruits from time to time as a treat. This guy will eat melons, it'll eat bananas, it'll eat strawberries, and I try to do that once a week as an added treat to make sure it's getting all of the nutrition and vitamins that this particular type of lizard needs. The other thing to look out for on a large lizard, besides its big mouth, is that long tail. When we were settling him down before the video, he was able to crack the end of that tail across my back a few times. And they can crack that just like Indiana Jones swinging a whip. That is definitely one end of the lizard that you want to keep an eye on. But you can't just grab it, because this is a lizard who also has the ability to lose its tail and regrow a new one. They'll regenerate a tail. So if you don't want to lose that beautiful striped pattern all the way down the tail, I certainly wouldn't want to grab a hold of that and have it break off in my hand. Another thing you'll notice about tegus, they look very similar to monitor lizards, although they are in a different family. You'll notice if he settles back down, there we go. Oh, was the way I moved, must have fired him right back up. They'll see that big, long tongue coming out. Yeah, like snakes and monitor lizards, tegus use that long forked tongue for sensing what's in their environment. They pick up smells from the air and they bring them back into their mouth, and they use their Jacobson's organ to pick up all kinds of smells and scents. And when it's feeding time, he'll pick up the smell of food even before I open his cage, and he knows that it's time to feed. The other thing to watch out with large lizards with this wild instinct, in the wild, food doesn't come from the freezer. They have to pounce, bite hard, and ask questions later. So this guy still has that wild instinct, and he acts like a little mini velociraptor at feeding time. So that's something else to be aware of if you plan on working with them. And I'm not going to tell anybody what type of reptile they can or cannot own, but I did one time get a call from somebody that adopted a tegu because he needed me to teach him how to handle large lizards. So it's just something that requires a lot of research, a lot of practice, And as tame as they may look on YouTube videos, I don't want people thinking that they make a good first pet. Lots of other smaller lizards that you can go ahead and work with. So, hope you enjoyed meeting the Tegu up close and personal today. We're hoping that this guy gets a little more used to being handled so he's not so feisty in the future, and then maybe we can update you on his progress. So keep on watching. Send us those messages. Let us know if you like the videos and what you'd like to see come up in the future, because we always are interested in talking reptiles.